behalf of the Pilot Club of Suffolk, it is my privilege to welcome you to the crowning of the 2012 Peanut Fest Queen and to the Luncheon and Fashion Show to honor the Queen and her court. The Pilot Club of Suffolk is a member of the Virginia District of Pilot International, and our focus is on brain health and wellness. The proceeds from this luncheon help us to take the safety program Brain Minders into the elementary schools here in Suffolk to support Suffolk Project Lifesaver, Search and Rescue, our local rescue squads, and many other community services. I want to thank you for coming and helping us honor the Queen and her court and supporting our endeavors in our community. It's my privilege to introduce a special pilot with us today. She's Tammy Watson. She will be our new governor next year for the Virginia District. It's my pleasure to introduce to you our mistress of ceremonies for today, Suffolk native and Suffolk businesswoman, Gail Pruden.
Thanks, Roberta. Thank you. That's retired businesswoman, but that's all right. It still hangs with you for a while. Welcome again. As Roberta said, it's delightful to have everyone here today, and I can't think of a better way to start off fall than with our community celebration of the Peanut Fest. I'm particularly excited because the Pilot Club Luncheon has been in effect for 31 of the 35 years that we've had the Peanut Fest, and I think that is a real tribute to the partnerships that we create in this community. So at this time, I would like to give one big round of applause again to the Pilot Club for everything they do. I would now ask that we please stand for the presentation of colors by the Suffolk Police Department Honor Guard. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. At this time, I would like you all may be seated now. Thank you. We're now going to have the delightful honor of recognizing some of Suffolk's brightest and best, the youth of our community. And to do that, I'd like to introduce and invite Dr. Brittany Drames, the Queen and her court coordinator, to come forward.
Good afternoon and welcome to the 2012 Queen's Luncheon. I, along with my fellow co-coordinator Ellen Drames, are pleased to welcome some of the best and brightest young ladies from our local public schools, and without further ado, I would like to introduce them to you all. First up, we have Megan Babb. Megan is representing Nansemond Suffolk Academy. She is the daughter of Robert and Sandra Babb. She has participated in cheerleading for 5 years, dance for 10 years, piano for 8 years, basketball for 4 years, and has played 22 seasons of softball. Her volunteer community involvement includes Relay for Life, Red Cross Soup Kitchen, Suffolk Youth Athletic Association, Centera Oversea Hospital, and her church's youth group. Please give a warm round of applause to Megan Babb. Next, representing First Baptist Christian School, we have Jana Williams. Jana is the daughter of Ricky and Diane Williams. She is a participant in the sports of volleyball and basketball, has taken 11 years of piano lessons, and enjoys riding horses. She has volunteered with the Salvation Army Soup Kitchen and is also very active in her church community, having been on mission trips to West Virginia and inner city Baltimore, and worked with children in the church nursery and in various Sunday school classes. A warm round of applause for Miss Jana Williams. Up next, we have Brittany Brooks. Brittany represents Lakeland High School. She is the daughter of Richard and Debbie Brooks. She is a major at N and captain of her school's marching band, member of her church's choir, competitive clogger, dancer for 12 years, and is active in her school's yearbook club. In her community, she has volunteered at the Lake Prince Woods Retirement Center. Again, this is Brittany Brooks. Next, representing Kings Fork High School, we have Octavia Gould. Octavia is the daughter of Kevin and Vancia Gould. She is a diploma candidate in the International Baccalaureate program and has been and continues to be an active participant of her school's cheerleading team, in addition to being involved in track and tumbling classes. Her community involvement includes participation as a counselor in training for Suffolk Parks and Recreation and as a volunteer at Lake Prince Woods. Again, a warm round of applause for Octavia Gould. Up next is Miss Christina Mincarini. Christina is representing Nansemond River High School and is the daughter of Patrick and Kimberly Brinkman. Her activities include participation in the Suffolk Leadership Academy, Superintendent Advisory Council, Future Educators of America, Goober Gang, and River Rowdies. She has volunteered at both Creekside and Nansemond Parkway Elementary Schools, at both Driver and SYAA baseball fields, and at Odyssey of the Mind. Again, this is Christina Mincarini. Next is Miss Rachel Childs. Rachel, representing Nansemond River High School, is the daughter of Garrett and Marcella Childs. She is involved in the Beta Club, the East End Baptist Church Vision Youth Choir, the Governor's School for the Arts, the Festival of Winds at Virginia Commonwealth University, and has taken flute lessons for over 7 years. She is a volunteer at CHKD and a counselor in training at First Baptist Church's Ready Academy 3R Summer Camp, as well as a 4-year participant in the Autism Walk in Richmond. Please give a warm round of applause to Rachel Childs. This is Miss Laura Smith. Laura is representing Kings Fork High School. She is the daughter of Randy Smith and Landy Luke. She is a diploma candidate in the International Baccalaureate program and vice chair of their Student Advisory Board, as well as the vice president of her school's Technology Student Association. She is also a longtime member of the National Piano Players Guild. In addition, she works as a peer mediator, mentor at Oakland Elementary School, and volunteer for several local community organizations. Again, representing Kings Fork High School, this is Laura Smith. Next is Sierra Likert. Sierra is representing Lakeland High School and is the daughter of Mr. Vernon Bybee and Ms. Donna Likert. She is a participant on her school's soccer and swim teams and member of Senior Beta, Future Business Leaders of America, National Honor Society, and the National Spanish Honor Society. She is a volunteer in several community service activities to include working at the homeless shelter as well as in her neighborhood. Again, Ms. Sierra Likert. Janet Goldbach-Amer. Janet is representing Nanceman Suffolk Academy and is the daughter of Larry Amer and Kristen Goldbach. She is an active participant in tap dance, ballet, field hockey, softball, swimming, soccer, musical theater, and the National Honor Society. Her volunteer activities include Relay for Life and many various projects in both her school and neighborhood. Again, Janet Goldbach Amer. And last but not least, we have Miss Michaela Jones. Michaela is representing First Baptist Christian School and is the daughter of Wayne and Cindy Jones. She has been involved in Beta Club, National Honor Society, cheerleading, and her church youth group each for several years. She is also active in her community, working with the Salvation Army, American Red Cross, Outer Banks Ministries, Goober Gang, and in her church's outreach group. Please give a warm round of applause for Michaela Jones. Now it is my pleasure to welcome Joe Patterson, the 2012 Peanut Fest Chair, for the crowning of our Queen. And our 35th annual Peanut Fest Queen, representing First Baptist Christian School, is Miss Michaela Jones.
Looks like a wonderful Kodak moment to me. Applaud them again. Once again, our brightest, our best, and certainly our most beautiful. I think that's one of the things that makes our festival so special. We celebrate so much of our community, and we celebrate those of us who attend all the events, but most importantly, I think we look to the future, and when celebrating the youth and everything that they bring, and when you listen to what their accomplishments are at this point in life, let's tell every one of them to come back and make Suffolk your home forever, right? I'll now invite the Reverend Norman March to give the invocation.
This morning, as I was driving from the countryside, I live about 4 miles from Gates County on Longstreet Lane. And as I was driving here, I saw several of the large tractors as they were digging the peanuts, and you could smell the aroma. And this is truly a time of harvest. A time of harvest in which it leads to a time of thanksgiving. Today especially, we should be thankful for so much. A short story that happened in my life. It was back in the mid-90s. I was a pastor of a very small church in the Portsmouth area, very poor community. This particular morning was Christmas morning. My family and friends, and we were there opening our Christmas presents. The telephone rang. I answered the phone. It was a mother of 5 children. She was crying. She said that she had no food or money, and her children were hungry. Could I help? We got in the car. We drove to church where we have a food pantry. And as I was filling that box that day with food, you see, she had not asked for presents for her children. She had not asked for a turkey or ham. She said, we need food. And as I filled that box from our pantry that day, something came over me that I'd never experienced before. You see, I had really never thought about what we had been doing, but I thank God that day that we were the ones who were to be in the place of giving rather than in the place of need. The prayer today for our invocation is a poem. It's written by an unknown author. It's our thanks to thee. Listen, it's so profound. There is so much we have in life for which we cannot pay. The things we take for granted in our journey day by day. From early in the morning until the day is done, we ought to count our blessings and name them one by one. Health, peace, happiness, love of kin and friends, birds, trees, flowers, seas, a list that never ends. Summer, autumn, winter, spring, each brings something rare, and we accept what comes our way without a thought of care. We really ought to think a bit of what we have and why. There's so much belongs to us, the stars, the moon, the sky, the very air we breathe each day, and food upon the board. The only way we can ever pay our thanks to thee, O Lord. Amen.
We're now going to have a little appetizer. You all may begin eating at any time you'd like, but a little bit of an appetizer is going to be that we have drawings for the prizes that everyone signed up for, hopefully. I know it's too late to buy tickets now, but we're going to basically, first prize that we're going to be offering is our country basket, which is too big, I think, to hold up. So let's see who is going to be the lucky winner of a great basket of Suffolk samplings. And I'm not certain who's supposed to pull the ticket. Non-partial president is going to do it. That means no pilot club members are able to win.
No pilot. Would you take
A perfect queen's responsibility. Excuse me. Okay, now this one I know I'm going to need my glasses for. Here we go. The lucky number is, and I'm not certain if they all begin with 712, but it's 655. Who has 655? I see a hand waving. Come right, oh, wow, fantastic. Good job. Great. And I guess you probably don't want to take that basket back to the table with you, but they'll see that you get it before you go home. And now for the next drawing we have the two trees. I don't know if you see the trees. Oh, excuse me.
Stick that back in there.
Stick that back in there.
Put that back in there.
All right.
They tell me we got
This was not written on my script, so we're just winging this one.
every prize has a different bucket, evidently.
Every prize has a different bucket. Okay? Let's let the queen do it. I know a lot of folks here. I really don't want to be the one who picks their ticket. Okay. Thank you very much. We appreciate that, Michaela. 712, 768, 768. This would be, there we go, we've got a winner. This would be the winner for one of the gift certificate trees. All the little leaves fall off, and it really is like pennies from heaven. It's gift certificates to the local businesses. Okay? Good. All right, now we're back.
Tree number 2.
Now, one more time. Tree number 2. All right. Appetizer time is almost finished. And the last lucky recipient today at this point is number 805. The last 3 digits are 805. There, oh look, somebody's excited. You get a tree of gift certificates. So let's give all of the winners a big round of applause. That's a great way to start your luncheon. Thank you very much. And right now, at this time, we're going to enjoy your lunch. Sit back, enjoy the fellowship in your lunch. And we're really delighted today to have Ann's Dress Shop of Waverly. I know many of you have visited them, and perhaps many of you will after today, is going to provide our fashion show. But I'm equally happy to say that the person who is going to MC that is our very own Sarah Lee Jones. So Sarah Lee, it's all yours. It was really interesting during the fashion show. It started off and everything was kind of quiet and folks were being very respectful and looking at everyone looking lovely. And then I think it was when, Bonnie West came out in that really fantastic long coat. I heard the volume kind of go, so I felt like this was a great opportunity to not only take care of your palate, but also have a feast for the eyes. And maybe there were a few shopping notes going on. It looks like a lot of black and white. It looks like some ruffles, fur. So these are messages also to the men in the room when you are looking to basically take care of the better folks in your lives. You might tend to want to go in those directions, right? But that was really great. I think now I'm going to have to come out of retirement so I can afford to go back and go shopping, because that was great. I do thank you. We are now going to do a formality, and even though you have probably met most of these folks already, I think that they can be introduced a second time, and that will not be a bad thing. So let's do this, and I would ask that they please just stand, or you can wave, however you're comfortable. To my far left, we have Reverend Norman March. We thank you for that delightful, very meaningful invocation. We really do. And then we have perhaps the most important person for the next couple of weeks, who cannot be sick, who has to have his 5-hour energy at least 3 times a day. Is that correct? Joe Patterson, this year's Peanut Fest champion. And our beautiful Queen, Michaela Jones, it's delightful to have you with us, and we really look forward to your having a wonderful rain and beautiful weather and a beautiful court to also assist you. And then to my right, I have Roberta Powell, the president of the Pilot Club. And Dr. Brittany Drames, who's the coordinator of the Queen and her court. I have a feeling that those young ladies don't need a lot of coordinating. They look very put together to me. They really did. And certainly our great honor to have with us today the mayor of the city of Suffolk, Linda Johnson. At this time, I would like to just recognize a few special guests. Would any members of the council that would be with us please stand and be recognized? I'm afraid to say names because I might miss somebody. And there, I think we've got a great contingency. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Charles and Leroy and Curtis and Charles and Mike, delighted to have you with us. And then also, if we have any constitutional officers, we would like to recognize them as well. Must not be election time for them, right? What can I say? Okay? We know how that goes. All right. Now I'm going to ask Linda Johnson, the Honorable Linda Johnson, our mayor, to step up and bring us greetings from the city of Suffolk.
Good afternoon. As your mayor and on behalf of the entire City Council, I'm here today to welcome you to the 2012 Suffolk Peanut Fest Queen's Luncheon. But more importantly, I'm here to welcome you to the 35th Peanut Festival, which starts with this wonderful occasion. And you know, last year we had over 100,000 people come through that festival site. I think that deserves a round of applause because people in this room made it happen. It's a hallmark event. This is the beginning of the huge Peanut Fest, and I know that we're all excited about our queen. Michaela, congratulations, and we know that you will wear that crown, and we will be so proud of you. Thank you very much. You know, as was mentioned earlier, the story of Peanut Fest reflects back to our vibrant history of our community, and it's a salute to one of Suffolk's signature products, or as I said the other day, and someone went to the great legume. That's the peanut. Peanut Fest grew out of the Harvest Festival, but the original celebration of the annual peanut harvest began in the early 1940s. Our entire community gathered and offered residents a chance for fellowship after a labor-intensive peanut harvest. Someone said to me this morning, I don't think we have a clue how the generations before us worked, how hard they physically worked. And that's something that I think we need to remember and honor all the time. It's an opportunity to recognize Suffolk's agricultural heritage and the importance of the peanut to the economic vitality of our area. As I just said, over 100,000 people came to this festival. That's an economic development piece for our city. That makes us grow. That makes people want to come here and stay here. It shows people how wonderful the people in Suffolk are. And so it's actually a huge piece of who we are and how we show people what we're all about. What are we all about for that week? We're all about having a lot of fun together. And we're all about remembering why we're there. So you look forward to many traditional Peanut Fest activities, the parade, which starts on Saturday, the shrimp feast on Thursday, the swamp roar, the demolition derby, all the great foods. Remember last year, I believe it was, or the year before, we were recognized as one of the festivals nationally for the best food. Now, we all know we like to eat. So, we're going to have a wonderful time. The festival, though, owes its success to a dedicated volunteer executive committee and to so many civic and cultural organizations that support those activities each year. I want to recognize the members of the Suffolk Festival's Executive Committee and Board of Directors, and I'm going to ask you to stand because here's the point. After that festival ends on Sunday, the very next week, guess what they do? They start all over to make it happen again. And it's a yearly thing. It's not just a few days or a few weeks. It is their life. And I can say that because I live with a member of that committee that's been there forever. And I know that when the festival comes, it is your life. It is what you're all about. So would the committee please stand up, and the board, anyone that's really in that committee and board, stand up and get the kudos that you deserve. It's your devotion to that festival, rain or shine, and I've seen it both ways. It's truly amazing because when it pours, you still do it. When the sun shines, you're smiling. When it rains, maybe not so much, but you're still smiling because you know that a lot of people are having a wonderful time because of what you do. It is not easy, it is not effortless, but nothing that's worth doing is. And last and certainly but not least, I want to thank all the members of the Pilot Club for hosting today's luncheon. Your commitment to this city is so admirable. We see so many places where you come and do the things that you do for the folks in Suffolk. And we thank you so much, and we thank you for this lovely lunch. I want to congratulate this year's Festival Queen, Michaela Jones of First Baptist Christian School, and the members of her court. Each of these young women was selected not because of their beauty, although they're all beautiful, but their commitment to academic excellence and leadership in their school and their community. And I want to say to each one of you, you deserve this recognition so much and to be congratulated for your many accomplishments that you have reached so far. And we extend our best wishes to you for whatever your endeavors are in the future. And I want to say to you also that whether you are in, wherever your seat that you take in life, whether it's in a boardroom, whether it's on a political arena, whether it's at home, wherever it is, take your seat and be proud and do everything you can do to make sure that you've done the best job that you can do. And when you do that, you will have succeeded. So I look forward to seeing where you all are in the future. I'm sure there will be many, many wonderful seats that you will be filling, and we will all be very proud of you. Thank you so much for that. So thank you for including me in today's program. I look forward to the festival. I will be there, I can guarantee you, for every single thing I could possibly do. I understand I will be doing the peanut butter sculpture again. Embarrassed myself on that once, so I guess we'll try it again. But anyway, let's get ready to have a wonderful, wonderful festival. It's fall in Suffolk, my favorite time of the year, but then every time of the year in Suffolk is my favorite. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Linda. I've known Linda for a long time, and I only say this just from she and I reflect a lot. The love of the community is really what brings us all here today, and it really makes such a difference. And as long as we have that in our community, we know that this town of Suffolk is going to continue to go very, very far in its future. So I thank every one of you for being a part of that. It really does make a difference. I'd also at this time like to introduce, and I skipped it a little, but perhaps the timing was even better. I'd like to recognize some folks who put in their time years ago, and some of those who continue to still do so, and that would be the past festival chairman. These are the folks that over the years have seen everything from racing pigs to all kinds of car demolitions, to thunderstorms, to tents falling down, to any disaster and any happy, crazy thing that can happen. You've survived it, you've lived through it, and it's a big, important piece of your life that you'll never give up. It always is a tag that goes along with you once you've done it. So I'd like to ask all of the past festival chairmen who are with us today to please stand and be recognized for your hard work. Come on, Jesse, y'all come right on up. I'd also at this time like to, let's look forward, and looking forward to the next week is really what we're going to do now. And this is going to be Joe Patterson's time to tell us a little bit about what we have to look forward to and to get our adrenaline going and get us ready to line up for our Peanut Fest events.
Thank you, Ms. Bird. Good afternoon. As 2012 Chairman of Suffolk Peanut Fest, my honor to stand before you as we celebrate the foundation of our community, our agriculture, and our people. I encourage each of you to join the fun and excitement of the Peanut Fest, from the carnival to the fireworks to a truck and tractor pull to a demolition derby and everything in between. There's something for everyone. This year's theme is still nutty after all these years, and it seems very fitting to me. We're nutty about our strong community that only grows stronger with each passing year. It reveres our agricultural heritage. I watched generations of family make the Suffolk Peanut Fest a fall tradition, making memories for years to come. I'd like to thank the Pilot Club for such a great event today, and hope to see everyone at the festival. Thank you.
Joe, you seem mighty calm right now. I think that's a very good omen. That's right, you're saving some of that exuberance, right? Because it will show. I know he will definitely need it when you get into the next week. That's absolutely sure. We thank you again for your dedication and commitment. The Pilot Club, as you know, has put this on for 31 years, and not only do they feed us well, not only do they put on a fashion show where we can find out how we need to really dress and look good, but also they're telling us we can decorate our homes before we leave here. So they have given us a triple treat today. And if you will look at the gourds on your table and at the birdhouse gourds, these were all made by Pilot Club members, and they are for sale. They are $15, which is a fantastic price. I'm gracious for the work that went into them. If you're interested in those, don't fight over them over the table. We'll try to find another one for you. If you want one, we'll get you one made, I'm sure. But we would love to see those go home and be in our homes across the community of Suffolk. Also as well, the mums that you see, there are two different size mums. There's a smaller mum that's on sale for $10. The larger are $15, and I'm not certain if I said the birdhouses and the gourds are $15, a very reasonable price. Say, oh, you want them to go higher? 15 and up. Oh, excuse me, okay. That's okay, look on the bottom. And I guarantee you that when you go to pay for it, that whomever is helping you with that will make certain that the price is right. So that will not be a problem either. The only question that I did want to have, I wanted to know if the gourds that are on our table are also for sale, the turkeys. Well, I know we have some Hokies in this room. And if I see these turkeys not taken, somebody is going to really not be in good shape, because all the Hokies should definitely be having turkeys year-round. That is absolutely true. Before we go, I also want to recognize the former Pilot Virginia District Governors. If we could have that distinguished group stand and be recognized. I see Fan back in the back. I see you now. You're coming up, Margaret. Yes. Thank you so very much. Are there any other announcements, anything that I perhaps have missed, or anything that anyone feels really compelled to say to the group? I'm only going to follow with what we have said all along, and that is, this is the beginning of the Peanut Fest. Mother Nature is smiling on us now. We're counting on her to continue in that manner, and regardless of what she chooses to do, it's going to be a wonderful 35th Peanut Fest. Get out there, have a good time with your friends and neighbor, and celebrate your community. Thank you and have a great day.